Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome to tutorial 2. If I'm talking a bit weird, it's because I've managed to get a cold. I know it's only one day since I recorded the last one, but I've managed to get a cold. I don't know how, do not ask. That is me. So, last tutorial we did all of this in Notepad++. So this is what we had before. Now what I'm going to do is just go back to the basic layout of it. And so today we're going to be covering different things, the technical terms for what we covered last tutorial. So we covered different tags like the headings, the paragraphs, the links and the images. If you don't remember, go back, watch the video again. And so HTML documents are defined by HTML elements, and elements are anything from the start tag to the end tag, including the tags. So say you've got the P in the angular brackets, and then you say maybe just like this is a paragraph, and then you have the end tag, the / and the P and the angular brackets. All of that is an element. So the element starts with the start or opening tag, and then it ends with an end or closing tag, and then the element content is everything between the tags. Some tags have empty content, so empty tags are closed in the start tag. You can usually get away without doing it if you're just using HTML, but if you go on to use XHTML or newer versions of HTML, then that's going to become a problem, so you want to get into the habit of closing your tags always. And most elements can have attributes, and most elements can also be nested, so you can have other elements inside elements. And so as I said, some work without the end tag, but it's demanded in XHTML, which we'll hopefully cover at some point in the future, so it's better to get into the habit of closing them. Such as, say, this one. It will work like that, but if you're closing it in start tag, it's like that, just with the angular bracket here. So that's what I mean by closing them like that. So lowercase tags are recommended by the World Wide Web Consortium, and in XHTML lowercase is demanded. So for a paragraph that would work, but this would also work, but this one is the recommended one. So now we're going to move on to attributes, like I promised we would. So an attribute provides additional information about an element, and so attributes are in the start tag, and they're usually in name and value pairs. So when we say that, let's say this is really, so these aren't proper tags or attributes. So name equals value. So that would be an attribute. So tag then you'd have like whatever. So that's how they work usually. So an example of an attribute, I gave it before, but with links, so you've got the A tag, and then you've got your attribute, which is the actual link, so So that's where the link would go. And you close that one. That's what's going to be the link. It could be an image or whatever. Cover that in a bit, and then like that. So that's how the href attribute works. Attributes do come in handy a lot, and it's used most of the time. So the values in the attribute are enclosed in quotes, so like I did before. That's the basic thing of it. So here we've got the quotes around it. So say we have something in quotes in it, then this is gonna, so this here is gonna get closed here, and then this is gonna open here, and then it's gonna close there. So you replace them with a apostrophe like that if you have quotes within it. And so you can use uppercase attributes, so you could say and then put your value in there, or you could have this, but this here is recommended. So the headings we used before, so we've got 1 to 6, it's got H1 to 6, so you replace that with there. And we covered that before, and there are some certain things about it, well just one really. You don't use headings for big or bold because search engine engines sometimes use the headings to provide the how relative it is to the search, and a lot of people will scan through your page by headings. So then you have lines. Now this is interesting. Lines. Oh, let me just save this. You've got a line up here. So that is what that does. It's a horizontal line. I think this stands for horizontal rule. I'm guessing it does. And then in every programming language, markup language, whatever it is, you always have a comment. You always have comments. So in HTML, I like this. So you open it. You open it with an angular bracket, then an exclamation mark, then 2 hyphens. Then after you've finished writing it, 2 hyphens followed by an angular bracket, no exclamation mark in here. Otherwise it doesn't end it properly, and you can see this is in green as well as this because that is part of the comment. And now it's turned blue again. And it's linking to its original one. So they're quite useful. And then there's one last thing. So say you've got a paragraph here. I'm just casually running my hand over the keyboard. So you've got that there. And then you put another one underneath. Now this, if it does what I think it will do, yeah, it will do this anyway because it's paragraphs. But if this was just plain text and not paragraphs, We'll just remove the tags off of here for you. Save this, refresh that. It's, you can see where it's supposed to be separated. Let's see here. But it's all in one line, so if you want a line in between them, simple. Use the BR. So I'm guessing that's break rule. Save that, refresh. It's on the next line. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've learnt a bit more HTML now, and see you all next time. Bye.